Have you ever found yourself catching 11.11 on the clock? Like,
Yeah.
again, it
Yeah.
just pops up, your phone, your computer, maybe even that, digital sign outside the coffee shop.
Yeah, it happens surprisingly often for a lot of
It's
people.
almost uncanny, right? And you have to wonder, is it just, well, a string of coincidences? Or is the universe, maybe even your own subconscious, trying to tell you something?
That's the big question, isn't it?
So today we're taking a deep dive into this fascinating world of angel numbers. Those repeating numbers, many believe, carry special messages, guidance, maybe?
Mhm.
And our spotlight is definitely on one of the most famous ones, 11.11. Our mission today is to unpack the different takes on this sequence. We've got a source that looks at, well, the spiritual side, but also some really interesting psychological insights.
Yeah, what's really captivating here is how the material navigates these two perspectives.
Yeah.
It doesn't just say, okay, this is purely spiritual or it's only psychology. It presents 11.11 as maybe a spiritual thing, sure, like divine intervention for some, but also through a lens that, lines up with psychological ideas. It kind of invites you to consider both sides of this really intriguing experience.
Stay with us then, because once we explore these different viewpoints on 11.11, how you see these everyday occurrences, well, it might just change. You might start seeing more than just numbers on a clock.
Could be.
Okay, let's unpack this. The research we looked at immediately highlights that for many people, seeing 11.11 feels like a profound spiritual wake-up call,
Right.
something way beyond just seeing a pattern.
Definitely. It's often described as a universal nudge, like a gentle but persistent reminder that maybe you're aligning with something bigger than just your day-to-day.
And spiritually speaking, how is it viewed?
Well, from that spiritual angle, 11.11 is often seen as a master number. Some even call it a portal, like a unique gateway, maybe between the physical world and the divine or higher
A
consciousness.
portal, interesting.
Yeah. Many who follow these paths believe it's a key way that angels, spirit guides, or even your own higher self tries to communicate, offering guidance perhaps or reassurance, like a direct line.
And what's intriguing is even if you're not leaning towards the spiritual side, the material we looked at points to a really compelling psychological angle too, to kind of explain why these moments feel so striking.
Right, like the famous psychologist Carl Jung, he coined that term synchronicity.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
synchronicity.
exactly. To describe these meaningful coincidences, events that don't have a logical cause and effect link, but they seem really meaningfully connected. They hold deep emotional, maybe symbolic relevance for the person seeing them.
So the question isn't just how it happens, like the mechanics of it.
Right. Maybe less about the how and more about the why. Why do these specific moments grab our attention so strongly?
That's the core of it then. Whether you see it as a spiritual sign or, a psychological thing happening in your brain.
Like pattern recognition.
Exactly. 11.11 undeniably gets our attention. The human mind, well, it's wired to find patterns, isn't it?
Absolutely. And when we see something as striking as repeating numbers,
Mm-hmm.
we just instinctively look for meaning. That pattern recognition plus, our desire to understand things, it's a powerful driver.
Yeah.
It explains why these moments resonate so deeply, whether you think it's a divine message or just your mind highlighting something it's maybe primed to see.
Okay, so regardless of the lens, spiritual, psychological 11.11 gets noticed. For a reason. But beyond just being noticed, what specific messages does the material suggest are being conveyed when you keep seeing it?
Yeah, what's the actual meaning behind it?
The analysis we did for you really boils it down to three powerful core meanings. And each one offers a pretty unique insight into your current path or maybe your state of mind.
Okay, what's the first one?
So one key interpretation is alignment. This suggests you're deeply aligned with your true self, maybe, or your higher purpose.
Alignment.
Yeah. Even if life feels confusing right now, or you're dealing with uncertainty, challenges, seeing 11.11 can be like a powerful affirmation, a cosmic keep going message, reassuring you that you're exactly where you need to be for your growth, even if the road feels a bit bumpy.
That point on alignment, it's really crucial because it taps into such a deep human need for validation, especially when we're feeling unsure.
Right. When you're lost at sea a bit.
Exactly. And a signal like 11.11, if you interpret it as alignment, well, it can provide huge psychological comfort and direction. It kind of reframes the challenges. They're not roadblocks. They're maybe integral parts of the journey.
Necessary, even.
So even when things feel off, you might actually be right where you need to be for some kind of growth.
Precisely. It's about finding that reassurance, even in the unknown.
Okay, so building on that feeling of being on the right path, There's another strong message 11.11 often carries. It's awakening.
Awakening. Seeing 11.11 is frequently cited as a sign your consciousness is expanding. You might find yourself feeling, I don't know, more intuitive.
More tuned in.
Yeah, maybe more empathy, becoming more curious about your life's deeper purpose, or even just feeling drawn towards spiritual practices, healing, new ways of discovering yourself.
Yeah, the idea of an awakening really pushes for deeper self-inquiry. It prompts you to pay more attention to your inner world, what's going on inside.
Instead of just reacting to the outside.
Exactly. Less reactive to external stuff, more attuned to your inner landscape, fostering maybe a new level of self-awareness. It's like a call to look inward. Discover what really resonates with you now as you evolve. It might reveal talents, desires, paths you hadn't even thought about before.
So it's not passive, it's about active inner exploration.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and then there's the third meaning, perhaps the most active one, and for a lot of people, maybe the most exciting. It revolves around manifestation.
Manifestation. That's a big one for many.
This is where it gets really interesting, but maybe also where some folks feel a bit stuck. The material we analyzed tells us 11.11 is deeply connected to the law of attraction.
Right.
It's seen as a powerful cue. Focus your thoughts, focus your intentions. Because the principle is your energy creates your reality. So, what are you thinking about right now in that moment?
This principle of manifestation, it really highlights the power of focused intention. Well, it's not just passive wishing.
No magic wand.
Not exactly. It's about the consistent energy, the thought you put behind your desires.
Yeah.
When we talk about your energy creates your reality, it often refers to your vibration, which is basically the energetic state of your thoughts and emotions.
Okay.
So seeing 11.11 is presented as this critical window to consciously direct that energy. It implies these moments are a reminder of your own creative power, urging you to be mindful of your dominant thoughts because, well, they're broadcasting a frequency in a sense.
Right, sending out a signal.
Yeah. It's about aligning your internal state, your thoughts, feelings, with what you want to see externally, making you more receptive to opportunities, maybe pushing you to take inspired action when they show up.
Okay, let's make this more concrete. The material we reviewed had some good examples, some stories. Imagine this scenario. You're thinking hard about starting a new business, brainstorming, maybe feeling excited, but also a bit hesitant.
That mix of feelings, yeah.
And you glance at the clock, boom, 11.11. The source we looked at frames that as not random. It's a direct sign, like a cosmic green light, sort of confirming that idea you were just having.
Okay, like encouragement.
Exactly. And the source also shared a really powerful story from someone named Maya. She emailed them saying that for 2 weeks straight, she saw 11.11 every single day.
Wow, that's persistent.
Right. At first, she admitted she just ignored it, but it kept happening. So she started setting small, positive intentions every single time she saw it.
Okay, so she engaged with it.
She did. And within a month, she landed the exact job she'd been trying to manifest, hoping for over a year.
That's a great story. And Maya's story, however you interpret the divine timing part.
Right, whether you believe in that or not.
It really reminds us of the power of belief, of focused attention, heightened awareness. From a psychological view, by consciously setting those intentions, Maya was basically priming her mind.
How so?
Well, she was telling her brain what to look for, making herself more likely to recognize and act on opportunities related to that job opportunities she might have missed otherwise.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
It just emphasizes how paying attention to these recurring patterns, whether you call them synchronous or just notice them, it can empower you. It helps align your thoughts with what you want. It's about using your internal state to influence your external reality, making you more proactive in seeking out and grabbing those chances.
So with all this fascinating insight, what does our deep dive suggest you actually do when 11.11 shows up for you? The material offered 3 clear, actionable steps.
Practical steps? Good.
First, it suggests you pause. Just pause and be mindful. Maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what was I just thinking about right now?
Check in with yourself.
Yeah. The idea here, like we discussed, is that this number acts like an amplifier. It intensifies your current vibration, your energetic state. So it's a call to check your internal broadcast signal.
That pause is so critical because it shifts you, doesn't it? From just passively seeing the number to actively participating.
Right.
In our busy lives, those moments are rare. By consciously pausing, you create space space for self-reflection. You can assess your mental state, your emotional state, and decide, does this align with what I actually want to attract? It's about intentional presence.
Okay, intentional presence. I like that. So second step.
Set a conscious intention.
Okay. Make it conscious, whether it's for, say, clarity on a decision you need to make or maybe a boost of confidence for a presentation.
Or abundance, or health.
Right. Anything. Whisper it, say it out loud, maybe write it down. Just make the intention clear.
And setting an intention, it isn't just wishful thinking, right? Psychologically, it's about focusing your brain's filter, the reticular activating system.
Okay, the what now?
Reticular activating system. It basically helps you notice information and opportunities that are relevant to your goals.
Yeah.
Spiritually, you could see it as actively co-creating with the universe. It's a way of affirming your desires, guiding your thoughts and actions towards making them real.
Got it. So pause, set an intention, and third,
Express gratitude.
gratitude. Simple but powerful.
Very. Say thank you.
Yeah.
To the universe, your angels, your higher self, or maybe just your inner self, whatever resonates. Our source really emphasizes that gratitude raises your frequency instantly.
How does it do that?
It shifts your state
Well,
from one of wanting or lacking to one of already having of abundance.
that's a key shift.
It is. And the emphasis on gratitude is profound because no matter what your belief system is, cultivating gratitude has huge benefits. We know this psychologically too.
Reduces stress, right?
Exactly. Elevates your mood, reduces stress, fosters a more positive outlook overall. When your frequency is raised through gratitude, you're essentially shifting your internal state to one of receptivity, positivity. That makes you more open to opportunities, more resilient when challenges pop up.
So these actions, pause, intention, gratitude, they seem simple.
They do,
Yeah.
but they're about creating these powerful micro moments. And those moments added up can really steer your mindset and potentially, your whole trajectory.
So we've explored 11.11 as this really fascinating intersection, haven't we? Spiritual belief on one hand, psychological observation on the other, seeing it as a potential signal for alignment, for awakening, for manifestation. And we've seen how focusing your thoughts, your intentions, prompted by these patterns could lead to some powerful, even tangible results, like in Maya's story.
Yeah, it brings it all together. And this really raises an important question for you listening right now. How might actively observing and consciously responding to subtle patterns or these meaningful coincidences in your own life, how might that change your perspective?
Or even your course of action.
Right. Could a simple recurring number, or really any repeated pattern you notice, be an invitation? An invitation to a deeper level of self-awareness, maybe, and more intentional living.
Something to think about. We really hope this deep dive has given you some valuable nuggets of knowledge, maybe even sparked an aha moment about those intriguing 11.11 appearances you might be having.
Keep noticing.
Keep observing, keep exploring, and definitely keep diving deep into the things that make you curious.